Then you have one of the appointees tell us that they have time. She has time on their hands to make the change. Where do you stand on that question?
Thanks, Evans, for having me. Listening to the former chief of staff, he made two important points. First, he kept referring to the prerogative of the president to do what he wants to do, in this case, making the appointments or reshuffling government. And I think the last speaker also made a reference to that, quoting the Constitution, giving all executive powers to the president. So the president can even appoint a day to his departure. Technically, these are true. But you see, if you are talking governance, you don't push that argument too much. Otherwise, you force the president to abdicate an important responsibility of a president. You don't become a president for yourself. You become a president for the people. So public sentiments are critical in the decision-making of governments. In the US, you can recall that regularly there are polls by different organizations testing the public pulse on different matters that the president ought to know. Unfortunately, we don't have that kind of system here. But at least today, through the media, social media and other kinds of means, and the multiplicity of radio stations, we tend to get public sentiments on issue. So on this particular point, whilst I respect the fact that the president has prerogative when to do this, when not to do that, I'm also bringing in the important fact of a president being responsive to public sentiment. Otherwise, governance gets slackened, okay? So in this particular case, it's true for me, it could be late in the context of what has happened previously. In fact, when public sentiments were high, including a faction of the party in parliament, having that press conference, something unprecedented in our political processes. I think that was a time, perhaps, if the president had taken that decision, we would have gotten an applause from all sides. But this announcement today, from what I gather, there's no applause for that. A lot of people are dismissing it only because we are saying the timing. Not that 8 months is not enough for the newly appointed to do their work, but the time that public sentiment was high, the expectation was high, the public was disappointed by the president. For me, that's a crucial point to stress.